Some women don't chase, and yet they are never forgotten. They move like the tide here, then gone, and in their absence, they leave a hollow that no other can fill. Men don't always understand why they can't stop thinking about her. But the truth lies far beneath the surface, buried in the architecture of the unconscious. She is not loud. Her beauty is not a spectacle, but a quiet gravity, the kind that draws without demanding. In Jungian terms, she awakens the anima within a man, the feminine image he's carried since before he even knew what desire was. She doesn't try to fit that image. She simply is. It is the mind of the man that does the rest, projecting onto her every quality he craves, but has not yet found within himself. She becomes both mirror and mystery, not because she hides, but because she refuses to be entirely seen. A man's ego wants possession. It wants certainty, definition, the box that can be labeled mine. But she knows the truth. The moment she gives herself too completely, the mystery collapses. So she moves with the art of absence. Not coldness, but the deliberate breathing room that allows longing to bloom. This is not a game. It is her nature to remain whole, even in connection. And in that space, the man feels the pull of what he cannot fully hold, a tension he both resents and craves. In every man lies a shadow, unclaimed desires, buried wounds, the echoes of every woman who has left him. When she walks into a room, she doesn't just capture his attention, she unsettles it. There is something in her stillness, in the way she listens without rushing to fill the silence, that forces him inward. He sees himself in her eyes, and it is not always flattering. Some will run from this mirror, others will lean closer, unable to resist the urge to know what she sees. But the truth is, she sees nothing he does not already carry. She simply refuses to participate in his illusions. She carries herself as though her soul is her own, because it is. Her worth is not negotiated in glances, nor measured by attention. This is the feminine energy at its purest, receptive yet sovereign, open yet unyielding. She does not demand respect, she embodies it. To the unready man, she feels dangerous, not because she will harm him, but because she will not shrink to fit his comfort. And in that presence, something primal awakens, a hunger not for her body alone, but for the essence she refuses to give away cheaply. He cannot explain why her absence feels louder than her presence, why the memory of her lingers in quiet moments, in the shape of a hand he once almost touched, in the way she turned her face toward the sun as if it belonged to her alone. He may search for her in others, but what he's looking for cannot be copied, because it was never about her body, her words, or even her beauty. It was the way she made him feel his own depths, and the ache of realizing he could not contain her. She is not cruel. She simply understands what most forget, that true connection cannot be forced, and true attraction cannot be sustained without mystery. She does not close her heart. She simply does not abandon herself in the name of love. Her detachment is not withdrawal, but a form of reverence for herself, for the man, and for the space between them where desire is allowed to breathe. In this awareness, she transcends the game of needing to be chosen. She is already chosen by herself. And so she walks away when she must, not in anger, not in sorrow, but in quiet knowing, because the woman who walks away in silence isn't weak. She simply sees more.